Call it a sad day in football when one of the top stars from a QB position, Andrew Luck, announces his retirement at what some may call the early age of 29 years old. Andrew, a star, the next heir apparent to Peyton Manning, and from a win perspective, has given us 8 seasons of great work. Okay? 8 whole seasons. 6'4", 240-pound Stanford grad, let's remember to highlight that, has had an up and down career, mostly due to injuries. But if we go into the stats, if we look at his progression, Mr. Luck was headed to be one of the all-time great quarterbacks in NFL history. Came in a little shaky, but after year number 2 in 2013, you can see the progression. You can see the 23-40 touchdown year in 2014, which appears to be his best year, threw for over 4,761 freaking yards. Andrew, because of the injuries, has called it quits. And I think one of his best efficiencies years from last year, where he threw 4,500 yards or 46, I'm rounding up, 39 touchdowns, 15 interceptions, and a 98.7 QB ranking. So with all that said, all the talk around Indiana was the boos that we heard from the crowd. From a stat perspective, remember, Off works about the stats. I can understand a dismay. But from a people perspective, I get this all the time as a taller gentleman. Anyone that's an athlete is not regarded as somebody that is human. They're put in a different sphere. The fact is, no matter what we say or do, we are all just people. We all bleed the same. And Andrew went through years of battling injuries. I'm going to mention this again. Andrew is not in the same situation as some of these other folks in the NFL that sometimes, due to all they know, because of their backgrounds, they learn it when they get in the NFL, right? More opportunities come. There's no other options. I hate to tell you this. Andrew Luck, as a Stanford grad, has a lot of options. So did Mr. Johnson, Megatron, out of the Detroit Lions. Okay, Georgia Tech grad. These are guys that are using the league, right? Or let me put it this way. The league and these players both have the advantages, and they'll take full advantage of what they have. Andrew retires because of injuries. If he's fully healthy, I have no doubt in my mind he would continue to play. Why not? He loves the game. Loves the camaraderie, right? But when you have that many injuries and you're that smart, can you hate on the man for making that decision? I mean, it's kind of like Floyd Mayweather in boxing. To this day, people think he's an animal and he's meant to come back and fight. Pacquiao, God bless him. I hope there's no money situation going on with Pacquiao and that he's doing it for the love of the sport. But there's a lot of records showing that Pacquiao in the future could be in financial turmoil. Therefore, he still needs the big fight. Hence why everyone and their mother wants the big payday. And I wouldn't disagree with them. 100+ million, of course. Anyone would jump in that, right? Andrew, I'll give you 100 million to play one more game. He'll play it. But it's a great push for Floyd Mayweather. But Floyd Mayweather apparently has made good money outside of the ring. So he doesn't necessarily need to fight. Okay? He doesn't need to be as barbaric as he was on his come up. This happens so often. It's kind of like the guy that's bought, 500 properties. They're grossing him, $15 million. If that's his goal, why does he need to buy another 700 properties? He doesn't need it. Andrew Luck doesn't need it. Megatron didn't need it from the Detroit Lions, Mr. Johnson, Calvin Johnson. And I hope Floyd Mayweather doesn't need it either. I hope if anyone comes back for the love of the sport And this comment here is indicative of Captain Andrew Luck. I like his Twitter page. Dearest mother, the quill has never felt more heavy. I've made the decision to holster my sidearm permanently. I shall battle no more. The decision is difficult, but as the hogs taught me, I must be true to myself. Key word there, myself. No one else owns me. I'm not anyone's animal. I'm coming home to care for you in the farm. Good luck to Andrew Luck here. But now, what does this do for the lineup of the Indianapolis Colts, who also have some good quarterbacks in the background that none of us are talking about? And the man I'm looking at is not Jacoby Brissett. The man I'm looking at here, I'm going to toggle this Andrew Luck conversation for an opportunity. Way back in the playoffs, I forgot, for New England, there was a young kid out of Michigan that came in and took over for a gentleman who wasn't doing so well, who was injured, right? And I even forgot his name. I don't want to say Bernie Coates. Sorry, that would have been stupid of me. But Tom Brady has now become one of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history. Chad Kelly at this moment is blazing a trail in preseason. I hate to jump over Jacoby Brissett. He may do very well, but the talent that I see, the running ability, the passing ability of Chad Kelly, I'm enamored, and I'm excited to see what Mr. Kelly can bring to the table. There's also another young buck out of Elizabeth, New Jersey. Okay, that's where I'm from. I'm not going to be biased, so you know I'm lying there. But I've seen the tape of him at Temple. And I think in good time, we will see him pay dividends from a QB perspective. And he's obviously going to have to come in a backup role, and that is Phillip Walker. I think Phillip Walker now has the opportunity to make this team, when it was kind of dim early on with Andrew Luck at the helm and only 2 other roster spots left. He hasn't done that great in preseason because of the line, in my opinion. Had a couple bad decisions on his own, but Phillip Walker, the 5'11 gunner, the speedster, again, speedster from a quarterback perspective who can shake your socks off, is going to get an opportunity to, again, show that he belongs in the NFL, and I'm happy for that. So Chad Kelly, Phillip Walker, amazing opportunity, and Jacoby Brissett is saying to himself, it is finally my time. My time to go. This is the NFL, okay? It's not for long league, and there's another player ready to pounce at the whip of a dime. Andrew Luck was special, but let's not disregard the other players on this team who are going to take advantage of this opportunity and show face. Jacoby Brissett, good luck in this season. If he happens to go down for any reason, my God, they got a star in Chad Kelly that's waiting in the helms, who maybe not as accurate as Andrew Luck, obviously not, but the total package is there for Chad Kelly. I'm excited to see what this team will do. Off Work Sports. Hey, retirements mean opportunities for somebody, and we're going to see here. Andrew Luck, thank you. Thank you for your career. And thanks for leaving the way you wanted to. Off Work Sports, I'm out.